I'd like to explore my design approach, my tools that I use to develop Loftsails. And there's now a combination of cyber design and reality design here on the table. I learned back in the 70s to read yacht sail design sheets. I was building mainsails and Genoas and spinnakers in various sail lofts around the States, and at the same time was moonlighting doing my own windsurfing sails. And that process is a simple A4 sheet of paper, scale of 1 to 20, scale ruler, pencil, and from the beginning in the late 70s when I started designing until 2010, I was working on A4 paper with a pencil and a scale ruler and drawing out the sail, and I invented, I guess, a simple way to make an illustration of the vertical shape of the sail, and I also had a system to compare luff curves on the paper. That was a different sheet of paper, but essentially luff curves are 1/4, middle 3/4, and the maximum amount is subjective, but then the curve distribution, it's a percentage of the middle for the top, a percentage of the middle for the bottom. So just 5 points, 2 ends, 3 in between. That determines the luff curve, really simple approach, and it works wonderfully to adjust luff curves, more in the top or less in the top, more in the bottom, less in the bottom. You can relate the 2/4 relative to the middle. There's a lot of ways to look at that. And I do it on the table. When I build prototypes, when I built prototypes up to 2010, I was, of course, lofting here on my table, cutting the panels, the luff pockets, using the sticks, creating the vertical shapes. And it was very, very hands-on. I could get a feeling of the sail from working with the sticks. And then when the opportunity came to go into 2D design in the computer, I jumped into it completely, and I actually left the old ways behind. I stopped drawing the sail out, and I stopped using the sticks on the table. And so I was exclusively into the 2D design program from 2010 until some years ago, actually. And some years ago, I understood that working in cyberspace exclusively is a bit, at least for me, unrealistic. Because I lost the touch a bit of the sticks and the shapes. So it was a few years ago I started referencing again on the table. So I do my design in 2D from the 2D program. I make a print of the numbers. I come in and I map out the luff curve, and I get the stick on the table, and I check, kind of in the old way, how fair the shapes are. I can do that with the luff curve and with the vertical shapes. And it's a very, very good idea to use both systems, reality I would call it, and cyberspace. And so the product of our designs presently is a synthesis of the old way and the new way. And it's a very good way to have both avenues open. And as I develop the different designs with different writers, I've worked with Alex for a new wave sail, and I'm working with Kuro and Patrick Pollock on new raceboard designs, of course with Ben on the slalom designs and the foil race sails, also now with Sam Sumstra. So we have a young, new, energized team, and the synthesis, it's actually working. I feel like I'm really back in touch with the designs. So I look forward to the future.